Hello everyone and welcome back to Nekojishi. We are going to be starting Tiger's route. I was planning on going back to one point, I think before the cheating, but I think I might as well just wait until I get back to that point. Alright, we are gonna go with Tiger. I really don't know if there's going to be any major differences from last route, because it looked like Tiger and Clouded Leopard were pretty intertwined. I don't know if that's just because I was following closely to Clouded Leopard, but we'll see. Tiger's been sleeping with me this whole time. It's only right for him to take the place next to me. Aw, you're too cruel, Liao. Sorry, Senpai. I'll go get you a quilt. It's the least I can do to make up for it. Aw, boo-hoo. I head to the closet and get out the spare quilt, passing it to Senpai. Well, if it's gonna be like this. Senpai quickly rolls out the quilt on the floor. This is my territory now. No one else can trespass. This room is in no way big enough for someone to claim part of it. That territory of his is right next to the door. You couldn't even get out without stepping all over your sheets. Senpai, how can I get out of the room with you blocking the way? Of course Liao gets a free pass. I welcome you into my territory, even to sleep with me on the floor. No matter how you look at it, there's no space for me to squeeze into his territory, even if I wanted to. It's alright, Senpai. I know you're really excited, but I'm tired at the moment. Can you just allow me to sleep for a while? Well, it's not like I'm the one forcing you to stay awake. Letting out a sigh, I turn off the light. Afterwards, I lay myself onto the bed and get cozy under the quilt. Tiger is lying in the bed as well. My bed's pretty small for the two as it is, and with his size, he ends up taking up most of it. Just sleep on top of him. It's whatever. Is he really going to be sleeping with me every night? Honestly, he really doesn't have to sleep next to us. Can you just go to your statue, please? He's kinda big. I don't think I'll fall asleep that easily with him next to me. Hey, are we gonna sleep like this? Yes, although, since you can see me, you can also feel me now. It does make it a bit cramped. Has he- wait, I don't remember. Has he always been sleeping next to us? Tiger, you're so weird. Is this what spirits do? They're all like, oh, I've taken a shine to this human, so I'm just gonna relax next to them. It's fine. It's okay. It's not weird or anything. Tiger glances at the bed and shuffles over onto his side, one arm outstretched across the pillow. He pats the mattress with the other, inviting me to scoot over. Well, don't mind if I do. Just lie here. It's okay. I won't let you fall off the bed. He raises his other arm, apparently going to hold me in his arms. Although he's trying to stop me from falling off, it also means I'll be sleeping in his embrace. My heart. It's beating too fast. I don't think I have any other options, though. Liao! It'd be a waste if we don't eat this stew. Mind if I finish it? No, go ahead. I turn my head back and see Senpai eating from the paper bowl while sitting on his futon. How can he eat in the dark like this? Got that night vision. Hey, watch what you're doing. If you make a mess, I won't clean it up for you. Don't worry, I'll be super careful. He answers while stuffing his mouth full of food. It's not my problem if he makes a mess. He's the one sleeping in it. I look back to the bed to see Tiger waiting for me. Taking a deep breath, I slowly rest myself in Tiger's arms. And into his chest. He pulls the quilt over me. It's a cold night and the blanket is still a little too cold too, but with his warmth around me I don't really feel it. I wrap myself tight in the blankets, keeping the warmth in. Usually it takes time to warm up the sheets, yet with Tiger here with me, they're already getting there. Still, I can't fall asleep. I'm embraced by his arms, his strong, muscular arms, and his chest. Oh my god. Feeling the heat from his body. How could I keep calm like this? Doesn't he care at all? He's a god sleeping with his worshipper. Naughty, naughty. He seems so calm. Ugh, why am I so nervous? If you didn't have a sexy man body, this wouldn't be so hard on me. I try to control my breathing as my whole body tightens up. There's no way this is real. At this point, I have to be in some cheesy rom-com anime. Keep calm, Liao. Get rid of your lewd fantasies. This guy's a guardian tiger. A god. 5 bajillion years old. And me, I'm just a speck. I'm just thinking about this too much. He's a god. Maybe he just wants to take care of me. Gods don't get hot and heavy. Nope. Nope, absolutely not. Any pure thoughts are disrespectful. I try to convince myself as I squeeze my eyes shut. His body's so warm. And oh god. How can I feel this? How can I feel a god? If I couldn't feel him already. If I couldn't feel him already, I'd be asking myself if it really exists, but... I mean, how can I be sure? I'm the only person who can see or touch him. What if I pluck out some fur? No, that would be really disrespectful. Probably incur his wrath. Squeeze me to death or just shove me off the bed. Still, this is pretty incredible. Even though I come from a Tong family, I never thought about actually meeting real gods. I only took the statue with me because Dad insisted. Oh! That makes sense. That makes sense because, like, I feel if no one told him to grab it, I feel like if he did grab it, his family might be like, yo! Hello? You can't just take a statue from the shrine or wherever they're located. What is wrong with you? What if you lose it or break it? How could I know there was a real god in it? And right here, this god, a giant tiger man, lies before me. Well, hugging me, really. If I couldn't see it for myself, I wouldn't believe anyone, even if they told me. Besides, compared to the guardian tiger sleeping on my bed, that statue's nothing. Doesn't even look close to how sexy he looks. Why did he appear to me as an anthro tiger? Maybe his appearance is determined by imagination? Huh. I have been looking at a lot of... So perhaps it's totally based on my preference. He could just be a normal tiger to other worshippers. Actually, that's pretty cool. It's still a weird coincidence to have 3 man-beast deities appear in my home. Considering my unique taste, as Tiger puts it. It's not a unique taste, there's other people who are just like that! I look around my room. Senpai's sleeping quietly on the floor, Leopard's laying across my desk, right on top of my keyboard. How can he sleep like that? Hopefully he doesn't somehow turn it on and start pressing keys. Can spirits even use keyboards? Oh, please don't open any of my bookmarks. I hope they sleep well. At least I can hear Tiger's soothing breathing. As it stands, I can't fall asleep. Some say it's easy to go to sleep when exhausted, but everything that's happened is just keeping me awake. Suddenly, Tiger moves his arm to cover my entire chest, making my whole body tense up. I start to wonder how to escape from his embrace just as he gently touches my nose. You still awake? Yes. Well, gods don't exactly need to sleep. Then why have you all been fighting over my bed? I'd imagine the kitten wants it because of his physical body. I have no idea about that aborigine. As for myself, well, I've gotten used to this. After all, there's nothing I can do while you're sleeping.
Is it surprising that a god can get bored?
So you sleep with me all the time? I would have never noticed.
Well, you weren't able to touch me then. However, you're just like a childhood sweetheart to me. As such, it's quite normal for me to hold you and sleep with you.
Wait, what? Excuse me? What? Who said? Oh, so you're my childhood sweetheart now?
Whatever you think, you are my worshipper, so it's my responsibility to protect you. Just as if you were a child.
I'm not a child! Stop!
You've grown up next to me over the years, so I'm not that old after all. You are my playmate or childhood sweetheart, however you may call it.
Not old at all, huh? I think it's pretty generous to just assume that you're my childhood sweetheart. Or I'm your childhood sweetheart. I'm kind of confused to how we're, like, who's childhood sweetheart? But that's very one-sided of you, Tiger. Not old at all, huh?
Correct. I'm just a fenling, you know.
But I find it weird that, like, we're doing Taiwanese myth, but we're using Japanese terms? I don't really know the crossing of languages, but it just feels weird. 'Cause I know that the Chinese language has their own honorifics. Also, I'm still confused. Have we always been in Taiwan, or... This was a question I had last session, because it's been a while.
Well, precisely speaking, I was born after you brought me to Taipei. I have no memories from my primal spirit.
What? What? You can't be my childhood sweetheart if you were only born a year ago. I am so confused. I was super convinced that he was super old. And now... What?
Though I do remember everything about your childhood. Like the last time you wet your bed was when you...
Stop. We don't need to talk about that.
Alright. Simply put, I know everything about you and your family.
I guess he's taking from, like, a separate... Because he did say his primal spirit? So maybe... Because maybe he's grabbing from, like, an old memory or something. Like, he used to be something else. Or whatever. It's kind of weird, though. What is it, like his statue, like an egg or something?
So, do you think I'm qualified to be your childhood sweetheart?
Well, maybe. Why are you so enamored with that term anyway? I mean, I could be your childhood sweetheart, but, like, I'm not your childhood sweetheart because, like, I just met you, technically.
There is no more appropriate word to be found.
Guardian angel, I guess, would be, like, closer. Guardian spirit, would be even closer. You've definitely misunderstood. Where in the world did you learn these words? Like, in love stories, the childhood sweethearts typically get married to each other, you know that, right?
Really, I had no idea about the implications. However, if our relationship is that good, it means I'll easily beat those two, or at least the kitten.
What is he talking about?
Liao, don't be distracted by those two, understood? After all, you're a son of the Lin family.
I didn't reply. I know where he's coming from, and I know if I don't get a job after I graduate, I'll have to go home. But I don't want to think about that right now.
Liao, don't you want to go home?
I never thought he'd ask me straight out like this. I don't know. Honestly, I think it's boring back home. Are you going to be angry with me?
How could I be angry with you? I still want you to consider going back. It's not that boring, at least it won't be now that you can see us. You could even spend your whole life talking with all the other guardian tigers.
Yay, so exciting. Really? I never thought about it like that before. Living with a lot of furry guardian tigers sounds pretty good, especially if they all look like the one in front of me. But
it's alright, take your time. There's no need to decide right away.
I'll consider it seriously.
I know you're a good boy. Don't worry. We'll take very good care of you once you get home. As you must know, there are 3 guardian tigers protecting your family. But really, there are more than 3 of us.
Oh, shoot.
Those 3 are well known because they usually show up as Kaidao rights. In fact, there are many of us. Each statue holds its own spirit after all. There are even other gods in the temple, although you may only be able to see the guardian tigers.
Damn! Can I get like an estimated number? Why is there so many of you?
But you'll definitely be amazed by their magnificence.
Tiger softly continues to tell stories about the many gods of our temple. It's a little risky bringing me back home, cause I might just fall in love with everyone there. His words slowly fade away as I close my eyes. The last thing I could remember was being hugged tightly by my guardian tiger. I fall asleep, immersed in his low, warm voice. Could you guys fall asleep to my tiger voice? Is it soothing? Tell me the truth. Is it soothing? You better say yes. Heavy. It's so heavy. Something's definitely pinning me down, suffocating me with its entire mass. I uselessly try to struggle against it. I can't even lift my arms or move my feet. Oh no, if I open my eyes, paralysis demon. Paralysis demon in the shape of kitten. I don't bother trying to turn myself over. A cool breeze hits my face, but it doesn't help with the heat everywhere else. What's going on? Take a deep breath and then open my eyes. In front of my face I see a large shadow. I blink hard, trying to make out its form. A wall of muscle covered with soft, fluffy orange fur. It looks so nice. I mean, if it's not trying to kill me. Sadly, I can't really enjoy the view while being suffocated. Can't breathe. Fur in nose. I mustered the strength to move my head and tap my guardian tiger's arm.
Liao.
Get up.
Sorry.
Finally, he gets off my bed, sparing my life. I thought I was going to die. Getting crushed to death by my own guardian tiger is a pretty stupid way to go, so...
You alright?
Not at all.
I'm so sorry. I had rested as per usual, neglecting your newfound awareness of my form.
What, do you do that normally? So he's been sleeping on me all this time, even if I couldn't feel him before? It's kind of a miracle that I'm not dead already. It's kind of a miracle that I have not been haunted by paralysis demons. Sleep paralysis. I keep missing the sleep word.
Alright, come on.
With my chest finally free of Tiger's weight, I cough while trying to regain my breath. Suddenly, Tiger pulls me into his chest and pats me on the back. I feel like such a kid, but I can't help but like the way he strokes the back of my neck with his fluffy paws. The one thing I hate about this route is the constant mentions of being a child. I am not a child. I'm a grown man staring at another grown man's body. I relax and take a deep breath. It's an exotic smell that melts into the atmosphere around his body. So this is the smell of my guardian tiger. It's so incredible to think that he's standing in front of me when I know he doesn't physically exist. But right here is a strong chest to lean against while his fur warms me in the crisp spring morning. It's almost enough to forget the way he almost crushed me last night. Alright. I'm fine, it's okay. Embarrassed, I gently push him away. Huh? Liao? What's all the fuss? Senpai sits up in his bed looking sleepy. It seems we just woke him up. What are you guys doing? You're so lovey-dovey. Hell, what time is it? Ugh. If I'm not involved, can you guys keep it quiet? Senpai looks for his phone and I pick up mine. It's 10 o'clock. Wow, I can't believe I woke up this late. I must have been exhausted last night. Morning, Senpai. It's 10, by the way. 10? That's early. I'm going back to sleep. What? I know some people skip morning classes on Monday, but you can't say 10 o'clock is early. Well, you can sleep for as long as you want. I'm gonna get up. Tiger moves out of my way so I can get up. As I stand, I notice Leopard standing in front of my desk staring at me. When did he wake up, and why does he have to stare at me like that? It's so weird. Morning?
Good morning. Good morning, Liao.
I just had to slap the tiger in the belly to get him to reply. He was being impolite, but damn, his rock-solid abs hurt my hand. 5 more pieces. What the hell is he dreaming about? Chicken nuggets! Oh, 10. I mean, my classes are in the afternoon anyway, and campus is just around the corner. I can make it if I left half an hour before. So what should I do? Usually I would just surf the internet, but with everyone here... Speaking of doing things, I'm pretty hungry right now. I should probably wait until Senpai's up, though. He'd want food as well. Who do you want to hang out with? Tiger. Well, if I have to choose, I think Tiger really wants to go somewhere. Ah, fine. I'll let you have some time with him today, but Liao has to go out with me tomorrow.
Keep me company.
Somebody clenches his fist and Leopard sends me a piercing glare. Why does this stuff always end up being so complicated?
Oh, just ignore those low lives, or should I say lost kittens.
Who the hell's a lost kitten? I don't see any kittens here. Anyway, Tiger, what kind of appliance store were you thinking about?
Some store with plenty of devices, amazing things like laptops or smartphones. They're such intricate devices. Your computer used to amaze me, but once I got a close look at your phone, I could not begin to imagine the possibilities. It's just a convenient, wonderful device.
You're totally old school.
I'm a god. These things are new to me.
Well, going to an appliance store wouldn't make much sense. You wouldn't even find a laptop there.
Then where would one find some?
I'll tell you along the way. We should get going. The department store is pretty far away from my apartment, so I catch a bus there with Tiger. There's a supermarket, a bookstore, several specialty goods, and a food court here. We should definitely go to the food court to get something good later.
What's this? Is this an appliance store?
We just walked in the door of the center itself. Clothes and expensive bags cover the shelves around us. There are clearly no appliances in sight. What? You guys look like you're in a grocery store. Not exactly. This is a department store. There are places here which sell appliances, smartphones, laptops, and heaps of electronics. It's a handy place with everything you could need.
Department store. Well, I've heard of them before, so this is what one of them is like.
I mean, they don't all look the same. Anyway, let's go to the supermarket. As we head into the supermarket, we see lots of goods and produce on sale. Tiger wanders around intrigued.
These ones are quite similar to the sacrifices I receive. It's quite the display.
He points towards a pile of bulk goods.
But the presentation is lacking. Piling them up like this cheapens them.
That's just because they're bulk packs. Doesn't make them cheap.
It's not that I'm questioning the generosity of my worshippers, it just stood out to me.
Tiger tilts his head in thought as we walk further through the department store. When we get around to the electronics section, he's clearly engrossed by the devices laid out before him.
Oh, are these all laptops?
He begins to inspect all of the different laptops and tablets. You can even see some of those newish convertible devices on display. To be honest, I'm not fully up to date on computers, so I go and try them out with him. Every now and then, Tiger picks up one of the laptops for a closer look, leaving a copy of the laptop sitting there on the table. Whoa, that's crazy! Being a spirit sounds awesome! Tiger, I wanted to ask you this before. So, since you're holding that laptop right now, can you use it?
Oh, using the laptop? Impossible. I can only touch the chi of the object. I can't affect the current or whatever is inside. If I had to, I could possibly use my powers to turn on the power switch. Even then, I still wouldn't be able to use it.
What do you mean by powers?
Well, it is possible to move objects. There just isn't much precision, meaning typing would be difficult. Manipulating a smartphone is beyond me. I have no idea how to use that touchscreen thing.
I'm not great with this stuff, but I sort of remember touchscreens work off static electricity or something, I think. In that case, it makes sense why he couldn't use them. Oh, you know what? I'm also curious, so let's look it up. First results. The conductive layers in the iPhone touchscreen enables users to give the device commands with a simple swipe of the finger. Capacitive touchscreens use a layer of capacitive material to hold an electrical charge. Touching the screen changes the amount of charge at a specific point of contact. So if you can hit a keyboard, at the very least you can move a mouse, right? So with that, couldn't you use a computer anyway?
Indeed, but since I can talk to you, asking you to do my bidding is much easier, is it not?
So you don't want to try it by yourself?
A computer. To be honest, I'm more interested in using a smartphone. Alas, I cannot. As it is, it's exhausting to use my powers to just operate a computer. It's not worth the hassle.
If you possess a cat, you could use a smartphone. So you won't use a computer because you'd get too tired?
Simply put, yes.
But if you can't use them anyway... Tiger's currently comparing the devices between two tablets. Oh, differences. If you can't use them, why are you so interested in them?
It's how people communicate these days. Even you, and especially that kitten. I want to know more about them.
That's true. So does watching us using our phones help at all?
I'm not sure. I usually can't make sense of it, although looking at all the technology here, I'm curious. What are the differences between each one?
Well, let's see here. I try to explain the specifics to him as best I can. I'm not really enough of a techie to explain the details. I basically just end up repeating the information on the product cards. As you'd expect, it doesn't help much because he already read them. Eventually, I just explain to him they're just machines and people communicate using software downloaded onto them.
Oh, so it's software on the phone. Alright, let me see what you have on yours.
Can I refuse your request? I gotta delete the pictures in here and my bookmarks. I don't need anyone looking at that. Then again, considering how nosy Tiger is, she probably already knows.
Whatever you have to hide, it doesn't matter. After all, I've seen everything to begin with.
I didn't know about it before. There's really embarrassing stuff on there, you know. If you do this to me, it'd just be like a parent checking their kid's diary. How shameful of you. Stop! Stop with these comparisons. I don't want to be seen as a child.
What's there to be shameful of? Well, fine. Just tell me the operating procedures of the software.
Let me think for a second. If I use my phone, he'll probably be able to see some of my chat history, which, I don't need to look at that. Maybe if I can distract him. Wait, we're in the smartphone section. There's literally dozens of phones to use here. I mentally congratulate myself for my ingenious plan, and go to use a display model for my demonstration. Firstly, did you know smartphones generally have one of two types of operating systems? Each type can run different software from the other. Let me show you. In the process of introducing him to the operating system of various phones, I also walk him through some of the basic software. Though I regularly use all this stuff, all this information is new to him, who totally didn't understand how it worked until now. We end up trying a lot of phones. A clerk notices me and comes over to introduce some products. Since we're not here to buy anything, I have to decline their help and leave even though Tiger wants to stay. He probably understands that I can't talk to him with the clerk watching us. For me, it's a good opportunity to change the subject. With relief, we head to the appliance section. Thank God I don't have to explain anymore. Fortunately, Tiger also stops talking about phones for now and focuses on all the appliances around him. You can tell he enjoys just looking around here. He ends up asking me what each one was for when he doesn't recognize them. I end up having to explain kettles, heaters, and even air multiplier fans. Luckily, I already know enough about all this stuff.
What is this cylinder-shaped container for?
It's called a water boiler. It heats up and boils water. Once the water boils, it turns off.
What is this? It appears to have a lot of lights.
That's a heater. The lights produce heat when turned on. It's able to keep a room warm even when it's cold outside. It's useful in winter, but I can't afford the electricity to run this one.
I agree, it sounds very useful. With this you wouldn't catch a cold, would you, Liao?
No need to worry about me. I have enough clothes to keep me warm.
I understand. What is this strange circle for?
This is, well, it's called an air multiplier fan. I don't really understand how it works.
A fan? What principle lets it produce wind without blades?
I don't know. It pushes wind inside the ring to produce wind, I think. They don't need to be round either. See that one's a rectangle. Honestly, I don't think it's much better than a normal fan.
How amazing. How about this one?
Honestly, I thought he'd be more surprised to find out it was a fan. That's an induction cooktop.
A cooktop? So you're telling me you can cook with this?
I know it looks really different from a stove, but yeah, you can cook with it. It's powered by electricity, so you don't need fuel, and it can be much smaller. See, if you put a pot on one of the circles, it heats up. He moves around to look at the induction cooker from a variety of angles, clearly intrigued by it.
Say, could you make a stir-fry on this?
This one's probably not big enough. You could boil some food, though. Really, I don't know if I could do a stir-fry or not. It's not like I've used one before. Maybe it might be possible. I think you can. It's just, like, it's not as good as using a regular gas-powered one. Need that fire.
So if it's only able to cook boiled food, why not use a gas stove?
Because gas ones are inconvenient to use. Ugh. You run out of gas, you gotta go to the store and get more gas, or you blow up the house because you forgot to turn off the gas. For example, I don't have a kitchen in my apartment, but I can make hot pot at home with the stove as long as the meat and vegetables are prepared. Therefore, it's more convenient.
Have a hot pot at home.
He nods his head in agreement.
Let's buy one.
It's way too expensive.
Really, let me take a look. It's quite acceptable. It's far cheaper than all of those smartphones.
Of course it would be.
But the phones are much smaller.
It doesn't work like that. Heaps of small things can cost more than larger products because they're harder to make. I mean, not everything is like that, but you get the idea. I don't want to buy one anyway.
Do you not enjoy hot pots, Liao?
That's not what I mean. Wait, it doesn't even matter to you. Even if I made a hot pot, you couldn't eat it.
No matter what you present to me as sacrifice, I would eat it. I've never had a hot pot before.
That doesn't mean I need to cook one for you. Wait, why do you even want one if you've never had one before?
Your family used to have it for dinner. I've been eager to taste one for myself for some time.
So you saw it back at home. I guess that makes sense, but why not eat it back when we had it for dinner?
If it's not provided as an offering to me, I can't eat it. A god shouldn't steal food from humans now, should they?
I would be arrested for my crimes. As a spirit, I'd steal everyone's food. Hey, you gonna eat that? Don't care. Whoop. I mean, it's not like anyone can notice you eating the chi.
That's not the issue. There is no way a god would consume food that hasn't been provided to him as an offering. Otherwise, we'd be no better than beggars.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that.
I know, Liao. I'm not mad. I just believe you need to have more respect for the gods. Be sure.
You guys are just like nobles.
Be sure to never say that to another god, okay?
Yeah, I'll keep that in mind. I'm sorry.
Glad to hear. Since you're such a good boy, how about you buy that induction cooktop for me as an apology?
No! Well, I can't. My budget is tight as it is this month.
Hahaha. It's fine, I was just kidding. Now what's next?
Tiger stops scolding me and moves on to look at the next appliance. I said something I shouldn't have. I messed up. Even though I don't understand everything about how gods consume food, what I said was totally brainless. I'm a child from a Jatong family. How could I not show basic respect for him? You didn't even want to do the stuff that they do as Jatong, so how would you know the basics? I mean, like, you could know the basics, but, like, it's not like it would come naturally to you to be respectful in that way, especially if you don't regularly do it. Feeling guilty, I look through the other appliances with him. I need to make it up to him sometime. Eventually, we see all the products on the first floor, then head to the second floor where I have the chance to get some groceries.
It's surprising to see so many snacks here. I don't recognize many of these.
Indeed. Since snacks are usually presented to gods as sacrifice, I'll get you what you want. Any that interest you? I don't really want any myself, but this is a good chance to get him something as an apology. Senpai is back home to help me eat this stuff anyway.
If that's the case, I'm not familiar with most of these. I want this one, oh, this one, and that.
Isn't this a bit much?
It's okay if you don't wish to purchase so many, Liao. I just want to taste them after all.
I'm trying to apologize to him. Even if it cuts into my budget, I should get what he wants. Just get, like, a reasonable amount. You don't have to get everything. I take each snack he points at and place them into my basket just for him to go around asking for more.
Liao, is this a pancake? Oh, look at these egg rolls. Hey, Liao, they've got free samples of beef jerky here.
Without protest, I put everything he wants into the basket. Liao, you dumbie.
They even have pudding here. Oh, look at these frozen steam buns. So these are chicken nuggets.
Yay, chicken nuggets! I decide not to get the frozen buns and grab the pudding instead. Even if Tiger wants them, we don't have a microwave.
This way. Hey, Liao, look. They have fried chicken.
This place has food cooked and prepared for lunches. It's pretty normal for them to have chicken. The prepared food in supermarkets isn't that good anyway. I don't think I would consider the grocery store that I've gone to as a supermarket. But they do have some bomb-ass fried chicken. I don't think it's always, like, it's consistently good, but, like, the several times we had it, oh my god. Perfection.
Really? What a pity.
He seems disappointed. I'd prefer to eat downstairs in the food court anyway. That, and I've already spent loads of money on snacks. How about we get fried chicken for dinner?
Okay.
And I just agreed to eat out for dinner. There goes my budget for this week. Afterwards, we have dinner in the food court before heading home. I can't believe how much money I spent today. Senpai is surprised when I ask him to help with the snacks I got for Tiger. You want me to eat this? No way, that's gross. Huh? Why? It's no different to you. You said it yourself. Even if the cheese gone, it doesn't matter to normal people. I'm not a normal person. I'm also a god. For me, eating food consumed by another god is like eating something covered in someone else's saliva. No way.
Saliva. How rude of you.
Regardless, I'm not eating that. If I wanted you to eat something I half chewed, you wouldn't do it, right?
Indeed.
I remember now. Back in the cafeteria, Tiger and Leopard refused to share food as well. What if I broke it in half, and he has some of the chi, and you have some of the chi, and I eat the half that he took the chi from? If that's the case, crap. I assume Senpai would help me out, otherwise I wouldn't have let Tiger get so much. What do I do now? Will I have to live on these snacks until I finish them? I'm gonna get so fat. Sunday. I hope I'll finally have a nice relaxing day off. Though with these three... What? Excuse me! Though with these 3 cats still around, I doubt they'll leave me alone. Liao, how about we go shopping today?
Keep me company. After yesterday, I'd like to spend the day reading.
Sure enough, I don't think I'll get a quiet day off. No, I was out all day yesterday. I want to take a break. After all, it's my weekend. But you can sleep in on Monday. Aren't your classes all in the afternoon? It's not the same. I want to just spend a whole day at home, thanks. Geez, what are you, an old man? You should act your age. You're a cute, young, and energetic college freshman after all. Whatever, I'm just gonna go and be lazy now, alright?
Not go outside?
As I just said, I'm going to be here and spend the whole day lying down.
Enough, there's no need to force him.
Aw, not fair. I wanted to go out and have a date with Liao. Ignoring their protests, I spend the whole Sunday lazing around, sleeping, daydreaming, and surfing the net. I guess I'll buy. How about this? If we get the book, we can just save money elsewhere by not buying as much junk food for you. Perfect? Perfect. I definitely read that sentence wrong. Tiger's clearly embarrassed. So, would you rather get this book or some more junk food?
I would prefer this book. Knowledge is worth more than excess food, after all. I yearn to keep up to date with the kids of today.
I don't really think that's the type of book kids would be reading, but to each their own. For someone like Tiger who doesn't understand a thing about modern technology, he'd learn some useful stuff from it anyway. Bracing my wallet, I decide to take the book over to the cashier.
Thank you, Liao. I shall cherish this book.
Just as long as you don't be a... But you don't be a guts for dinner, alright?
Of course. I'll strive not to.
That was a joke, but the price of this book isn't funny. We'll have to be crafty with spending money for the next few days. Game over. You spent all of your money and are now starving, so you decide to go home. Should I ask Dad about my powers? I might as well. Dad, was our family ever able to see the guardian tigers? I hesitate a bit, but I figure that asking him directly is the best option.
See the guardian tigers?
I mean, can we see guardian tigers during divination? Has anyone in our family been able to see them before?
Seeing guardian tigers during a divination? What are you talking about? Divination is divination, and I'm constantly unsure if I say that word right. It feels wrong. How could someone see the guardian tigers?
So the answer's no? You couldn't just said no and not make me feel stupid?
It's a no. Why are you so interested in this all of a sudden? Have people been telling you things?
Oh, no, I'm just curious. I mean, we've been a Jatong family for a long time. Maybe there's something more to the guardian tigers?
Oh, well, you did remind me of something, though. When I was a boy, my grandfather, well, your great-grandfather, always said that he was watched upon by the guardian tigers. If it were true, he must have lived well, honest and kind. I don't believe it anyway. Well, that isn't to say that I don't believe in guardian tigers, though. I mean, surely the guardian tigers are busy. I highly doubt they would spend their time watching on us mortals. Ha!
See, that's what you think, but no.
Your great-grandfather used to use stories like that to keep kids in line anyway. Modern people aren't as dogmatic as he was. But don't you tell that to anyone else. Otherwise, people might start thinking about us as a bunch of swindlers. And I ain't no swindler. We may be Jatong of the Guardian Tigers, but that doesn't mean we can actually talk with them. Anyway, don't blab about this to people, understood?
I got it.
That's a good boy. And how's school? You keeping up your grades?
I mean, I cheated on a quiz just a few days ago, but I don't think I should tell Dad that. It's been going alright. Life has been pretty good here, and dance club has been going well.
Glad to hear it. Just don't spend all your time in the club. Focus on studies, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So when will you be down home next?
I'm not sure when I would have some time. Should I try to get Senpai and Tiger to get along? Ooh, there's no way I can force them. I should find a... Did I have this option before? I can't remember. I'm gonna say no. Okay, stop, please. What is it really between you two?
The little kitten should leave. Things are just going to become more troublesome the longer he stays around.
Oh, what about you, old man? You're always breathing down Liao's neck, just expecting him to listen to you because you're some protector of the Lin family. Hey, that's enough. Don't start fighting. Should I tell him about the guardian tiger? Oh. Hey, bro. I can see tigers. Huh? Wouldn't that be impossible? There's no way people can really see the guardian tigers. Really? Don't you know it's absolutely possible? No, I mean, how could I? Why else would you ask Dad about it? Well, I just want to know about our family, if we had that kind of history.
So you have seen one, or was it just your imagination?
It's not my imagination, but all too real. Yeah, the guardian tiger's actually right here next to me. He can speak, too.
Speak? Really? Liao, little bro, you feeling okay? Any signs of fever?
I know it sounds hard to believe, so I'd understand if you don't. I also couldn't believe it at first, so I wanted to ask Dad about it. But he just said it's impossible.
Liao, you know it's normal for most people to think like that. You're special, they can't see the things you can.
I know, but that doesn't mean I'm not stressed out, because it's only me.
Liao, who are you talking to?
It's nothing, I was just talking to the guardian tiger.
For real? This is weird.
What do you mean?
Well, why can't I see any guardian tigers then? Could it be that statue you took to Taipei?
It is, yes.
So is your guardian tiger really small?
No, actually he's huge, at least 2 meters tall.
Huh? So a huge one came from that tiny statue? What else? Oh yeah, what's his name?
Name? I don't know.
I don't have a name. Gods are usually named by humans.
He says that he doesn't have a name. Names are given by humans.
Really? So why not give him a name?
Well, I never thought to do that.
So he really doesn't have a name?
As far as he's telling me. Your voice is cracking. Guardian Tiger, do you have a name? Yeah, he does. I'm a guardian tiger too. It's super awkward every time you call the old man guardian tiger.
Oh my god, somebody has brought up how weird it is. Maybe I can grow to like you, kitten. Maybe.
Oh, but senpai.
Well, I don't really care. I'm just a small god. It would be unusual for me to have a name. If it's causing that little kitten to feel awkward, that's all the better.
Heh, so you're just trying to bully me now.
Although I do suppose that Liao choosing a name for me would be nice as well. It is a sign of a strong bond between a god and their worshipper.
Oh, when you put it like that, I'd rather Liao not give you a name. I know, Liao, why not name me instead? Aren't you already Yansuchi? That's your senpai's name, not my name. Liao, please help choose one for me.
Kitten, stop being a pest to Liao.
Liao, what's going on? Oh, nothing. Guardian Tiger was just saying. So the Guardian Tiger is really right there next to you, talking?
Oh man, I'm gonna have to call Dad. I think something's wrong with Liao. I think the stresses of studying has gotten to him.
Like, does the brother really believe that he can see it? Or is he all like,
man, that's a really good prank, Liao. You really got me there.
Yeah.
Wow, really? So, can I ask you a few questions sometime?
Sure. That might not be the worst idea. If we're asked anything, I don't know, like possession or worship rituals, I might even learn something new, but on the other hand...
Well, if I ask some questions, then I could prove you really are seeing a guardian tiger for sure, and you're just not having a mental breakdown.
What? You don't believe me yet?
Nothing is certain until we make it certain. The most elaborate prank. I mean, you'd have to be nuts to be lying to me at this point, but it's pretty hard to believe. I just want to make sure.
It's alright if you don't believe me. It might even have been best if I didn't tell you at all.
Haha, well, too late. You already told me. But still, I'm kinda sad you're the one who gets to see a guardian tiger and I can't. Oh, so lucky.
I mean, I've only been able to see him pretty recently. It'd probably be better if my brother was the one who could see the guardian tigers and not me. After all, he's a Jitong already. But it's always because of Leopard that I've got this power. If Leopard gave it to my brother instead, then it could have been an even bigger problem for my family. But please don't tell Dad about this.
I know I won't. But be more careful. Just don't reveal things to people you'll regret later. And you really need to find a better hiding place for your manga.
What? Bro?
Don't worry, I put them in a better hiding place. Just be more careful, okay? When you come back home, I'll tell you where I hid them.
Oh, okay, thanks, bro.
No problem. Talk to you later.
I hang up. Well, that was sudden. My brother found my dojins, and now I've told him about Guardian Tiger as well. What have I done?
Liao, are you okay?
No, not really. Why did I have to go and tell him? Now the whole family's just going to find out.
That big mouth. Well, I suppose all of the gods back home already know, so it's not a big issue.
What?
Clairvoyant and clairaudience are there. They just haven't traveled here to see you yet. But I am certain they're all waiting excitedly for your return.
Now, I really don't want to go back.
Don't worry about it.
Says don't worry, but I'm absolutely just worried. I know I'm just searching for someone to believe me, but opening up to my brother might not have been a great idea. Maybe I should have just said that I didn't know anything. I take a deep breath and look back to my computer. The website I was searching through with Tiger is still up on the screen. Alright, that's what I was doing. I let out a deep sigh. At least that's over with. Ooh, look at that. We have a page that is filled. Leopard cat. Leopard cat. She who? I'll try it once and then that's it. The leopard cat. Prionelurus bengalensis is a small wild cat native to South and East Asia. A leopard cat is about the same size as a domestic cat, but slenderer with longer legs and well-defined webs between its toes. Its small head is marked with two prominent dark stripes and a short and narrow white muzzle. People in Taiwan refer to leopard cats as shihu, stone tiger, which means tiger residing between the stones, so it's a tiger somehow. The leopard cat is currently listed as an endangered species in Taiwan with an estimated population below 500. Fudegang, Lord of Blessing and Virtue, also known as Tudegang, Lord of the Soil and the Ground, is a deity who cares after the locals in Chinese folk religion and Taoism. Some people consider his formal title as Fudezhengshen, right god of blessing and virtue, but commoners often call him grandfather, which reflects his close relationship with the common people. Fenling, also known as Bunrei or Wakimitama in Japanese, is a term that indicates both the process of division for a god to be re-enshrined somewhere else, and the divided spirit which is the result of the division. Oh, okay, so because Tiger's statue was relocated, it caused a division, which is why he, I guess, basically reincarnated? Kai Dao. In Mazu culture Kai Dao, the clear path is a rite in the holy pilgrimage. During the Kai Dao rite, guardian tigers lead the way and expel demons along the route for all the other gods on the pilgrimage. The holy pilgrimage is a ceremony where worshippers bring large god statues on a tour. People believe that gods can inspect their domain and see their people during the tour. Wow! Imagine seeing a whole procession of people just carrying a statue around and going like, "Look at that, my lord. Do you see it?" Carrying it, looking up at the statue, just like, "Look, a beautiful tree it is." And everybody else who doesn't understand, just like, what are they doing? Is this like a funeral? What is going on? The spirit path. Spirit paths are paths that are usually traveled by spirits. In Nekojishi, these paths are shortcuts for spirits to move from one place to another quickly. Chi, light, air, or gas, represents material energy in traditional Chinese culture. Simply speaking, Qi is believed to be an active principle forming a part of every living thing. However, in some theories, Qi is actually the basic substance that forms everything, which implies a traditional opinion in Chinese culture that everything has life. In this case, both visible things and invisible things are made of Qi, so are gods and spirits, although normally when people talk about Qi, they only refer to the invisible energies imperceptible to humans. Therefore, when it is said that gods consume Qi from food, it refers to these imperceptible energies rather than any perceptible ones. This is why ordinary people don't notice any changes. Yao Guai, the evil and strange, is a Chinese term that generally means demon. Traditionally, Han people, China's largest ethnic group, believe that animals and lifeless things may obtain souls and human wisdoms if they become old enough. This kind of Yao Guai is usually called Jing, sprite. For example, Huling Jing means fox sprite, where Huli means fox. With the growth of their life, Yao Guais may attain skills such as speaking human language, changing their appearance, and possessing others. Rukai spirit mediums. Rukai people communicate with their gods through the help of spirit mediums such as oracles, barakalai, and witch doctors. How would I What letters do I put together? Tara Ivigi? Maybe? There's only one oracle in each tribe to take care of major ceremonies. The oracle must be male and is selected by the nobility of the tribe. The residence of the oracle is called, oh no, Tabaraka Ladhane. And this place is also considered as the residence of the gods. On the other hand, there can be many witch doctors within a tribe. Witch doctors must be female and are believed to heal people with the power of a god called Peleg? Butchers everything. Kocha Pongane is a Rukai tribe located in Wutai, Pingtung. According to legends, a clouded leopard led a tribe to a place called Kocha Pongane. This was where the tribe settled. However, as seen on maps today, it is not the same place mentioned above, as the entire tribe had to move due to poor environmental conditions between 1977 and 1979. Konga... I'm so sorry. I can't pronounce it because I don't know what words, what letters go together. Is a Rukai tribe located in Maolin District, Kaohsiung. A long time ago, there were 4 small tribes in the mountains. One day, a hunter went hunting with his hound. Some say that the name of his hound was Clouded Leopard, but others say that the hound itself was a clouded leopard. But the hound didn't come back home with him. When the hunter went back, he found the hound prone on the ground near a spring. The hunter saw this as a sign that this might be a place of great fortune. After learning of the hunter's story, all 4 tribes moved into the place, forming the bigger tribe. Out here trying to avoid saying the word again. We need one more for 3, and then we can continue on. I'm wondering if we're gonna hit the last kittens route, and I'm just gonna be reading every single one. There's gonna possibly be a very long video of me just reading the glossary. This has been bothering me forever, so I know I said I was gonna wait to find it, but I think I'm just gonna try and do it right now because it really, really is bothering me and I want to check it. Is it this one? Should I ask Leopard to help me cheat again? No, I can do it on my own. I can't. Leopard has no idea cheating is bad. I can't fool him. If I fail, I fail. Passing one subject isn't worth doing that. It sucks, but I have to continue on. I need to have the conviction to do this test. I can do it. The bell rings for the end of the exam as I more or less finish off the last section of the paper. I had to skip a bunch, but I'm confident in at least half of them. I should pass. The rest right now is in the hands of fate. I pray to Emperor Wenchang before packing up my stationery and leaving. Oh. Well, it seems like it didn't really have an effect. Okay. That means it really must be somewhere in it's in somebody's ending. Oh, look at that. Tiger has one more than Leopard does. I know that Tiger's supposed to be, like, a god and immortal and stuff, but when I'm playing a game that's supposed to be romance, I really don't like it when I get referred to as a child by the person that I am trying to pursue. It's weird. And it makes me feel awful. I don't know what it is about Tiger. Like, with Clouded Leopard, I liked him because he's nice. He wasn't forceful in any way, really, until, like, the very end. When he wanted help. So that's, like, the reason why I liked him. Because he didn't get on my nerves like Tiger and Kitten does. With Tiger, he's overbearing and he really does feel like, I don't want to say it, but the best comparison I have right now is a helicopter parent. Really does not make you feel good. And it really felt like that childhood sweetheart thing was just to be all like, huh, you see, we could, Because it's like, why would you, of all things, Tiger, like, if you learn childhood sweetheart, how do you not understand the meaning behind it? Like, how do you not glean anything from that? Because, like, even if you're... That's not, like, a new thing. It might be, like, a newer term. I don't know. But, like, the whole thing behind it isn't very new. Also, I feel like you could be a childhood sweetheart, but like, the people don't have to get married at the end. I don't think that's, like, a requirement. Because it could just be like, oh, they used to be my childhood sweetheart, but then I grew out of it. Because they're such a nerd, I don't... Kind of a turn off. I still don't know if I'm gonna like Kitten. Like, I'm scared to do his route. I am really curious to what that one ending is. And then I don't know if Tiger, like, who knows? Tiger might have, like, a second CGI ending, or that majority is just the titled ones. I really don't know how this is gonna go. Especially going with the choices of telling. My sister disrupted me and now I lost my train of thought. I can't remember what I was saying. Whatever. It doesn't... If I can't remember, it wasn't important. That is such a, like, a terrible thought process. When this picture came up, I got really upset. I didn't like his weirdly human hand. I'm so enamored with, like, the little chunky hand that seeing this very, very human hand is very upsetting. I didn't even notice it until now. All because of Tiger's the one noticing the human hand. It's so weird. Look at that. I say look at that. My mouse isn't even... it isn't even showing. I've been pointing at things with my mouse, it's not even there. Anyways, I really don't remember what I was talking about before I was interrupted, so yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and in the next one, we might be finished with Tigers Are Out, so there's that. We might, I don't know how many, like, differences there are in the length. Because the one section where they go to the supermarket was kind of lengthy. And I don't know if that's gonna happen in another choice. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I hope to see you in the next one. Have a good day and a good night.
Sweet dreams and sleep tight.